that you're not as clear in as you are in others. The Swiss have terrible times with their throat chakra. The Americans should times because they're so open in their expression that they often say things that have no relevancy to anything. The Swiss say nothing, so they cough all the time. And they believe falsely that if you channel, you must be a god. Now we know in this wonderful place called America, Canada, that all the channeled information is not always the truth. And this is one of the areas I really do caution all of you about in the next short time. You have some very mischievous elements calling themselves channels. I'll give you an example. Right? A lady called from England and said to the person in the Mahatma House in Basel, Switzerland, if this is channeled information, I'll buy it, you know. But if it's not channeled, I'll not buy it. And I thought, you know, if it's channeled, it's got to be true. And I'm reading more and more of recent times that is simply not true. And some of it's getting quite ridiculous. Be very, very cautious because you have forces which you're all aware of. You all reacted when I speak of governments that are the government, or secret governments, or shadow governments, or greys. But I would caution everyone to really run it through those sieves of consciousness, and I like the heart for that. Your intuition will develop in a way that I think now you would find quite phenomenal. You will use your sieves of consciousness to adjudicate what is appropriate, not run to a psychic who is still channeling the astrals, please, very often. This is not a judgment, but many, many are affected by what a channel tells them. And I know that's just as true in America as it is in Austria, Switzerland, or Germany. Be very careful what you listen to. The truth can only abide within you. And your truth is not exactly the same as the one beside you. And we'll go through that coding again because it's so important. All of you are coded differently. Each and every one of you. One man's meat may be another man's poison. The point of it all is that there is a depot, a point where we all agreed that we would function not only as light, but as creator gods. And that's a big pill to swallow when you're sitting in a physical body, wondering how you're going to make ends meet, wondering what the children are doing, what grandma doing, what everybody else is doing. You turn on your news, and you find that the whole world is tied up with O.J. Simpson. Well, let me tell you, dear hearts, the world, America's not the world. America is 4% of the world population. It is not the world. So when you get the sharks peddling their hype, they say this worldwide personality. Who knows O.J. Simpson? Only America, only possibly Canada, a little bit. So if you have 200 million people in the world who all know O.J. Simpson, that would be stretching it. If it were a soccer player, and the guy's name was Pele, 2 billion would know. Americans, we really must keep things in perspective. America is not the world. And some of the isolationist policies that are coming through now, blaming this one or that one or this one or that one because of our own inadequacies or our own frailties, won't work. We're looking at a global community that can work. It's a global community that we aspire towards. The oneness, not the powerful individual who at all costs, right or wrong, is right. It's just something to think upon. Seriously, 4% of the world population is not the world, dear hearts. And when you fan your consciousness beyond your teachings in your schools, and many of them are getting a little frustrated teaching only American history, because it's the only thing that matters. And the Confederation of Man, we all have valid statements, we all have valid programs which we will implement. And if, when you watch the news, you are less than affected by some of the atrocities, would be very helpful. It's a world, almost surrealistic, that is not real with working with light. It seems to contaminate. It seems not to have, it goes right through me. I see things on television that go right through this new body, this new chubby body. They go right through it. They do not, and I can't relate. I sometimes get quite ill with the hype that's generated. I don't say don't talk, don't walk, don't do anything. It's not true. Watch these things with heightened discernment, with everything you read now. We're going to a new age that's barely begun, and there's material out there that has no relationship whatsoever to the Creator's truth as I know them. It has always been this way, and for those that work for bodies less than light, the most effective way to imprint on your subconscious mind any area of deviation is to simply say, this is the way it is. And look to the heart. It doesn't matter what you watch. Your intuition now will develop very, very rapidly because of your programming. We spoke of it yesterday. And when I talk about coding, the coding of the body, what happened with Brian, I means the greater I am, or as I said in Santa Rosa, I means me, means our. You remember that? Some of you don't. So I is always the little I, but it means I am. And all of us come under that category. Some very strangely, some of you don't know how you found yourself here. Your souls know. And yesterday when I was giving realizations, I remember some of them were very much too fast for you to assimilate and look at and then integrate them. You will get the tapes. Peter Piasecki will have the tapes. They're being done now. And go over those. The soul gets it now. It isn't. It doesn't have to wait to integrate. what is being said, I handle it the way it comes in. And sometimes it's faster than that he may wish. Him. Him. So be allowing all of you, but be very, very careful, dear hearts, with the melee of abuse. The systems are dysfunctional. It doesn't matter whether it's your media, it doesn't matter what it is, your value systems are unbelievable with the shows that are popular and what they talk about. So I can see the array like a battering ram. You see this 24 hours a day and you try to function in a world that's principally still third dimensional. You're going into the fourth. Some of you are going to touch into the fifth. One or two in here touched into the sixth. And it has no reality. And I caution you not to come undone because of this gap, this chasm between what you perceive as your reality and what you perceive even in your own children. They will not see it the way that it is. And there's no one to blame, except this gap becomes more and more uncomfortable as you live it. Third dimensional people are functioning, my God, well, look at them, they're not having any problems. They're getting along quite well, it seems. This distortion is not the real picture. Those who are programmed now to wear the shield of light, to be the light, to be the cosmic light, to be the I am. It has taken so very, very long to have you arrive at a position. This is final for all of you. Look at it that way. This will be your final life at this dimension. Some of you may extend your lives. I look joyfully for the children of Sirius and other areas that are coming in now. The Pleiadians particularly. Look at some of the children now and see how much light they carry. This is the hope. But who opens the door now? Who carries the greatest effect of shift and change? It's you. And I cannot tell you how pleased I am because I've not had a pleasant time. The physical body has not liked these shifts in consciousness at all. And after Portugal got back to Basel, and as I say, for the first time, I saw this light at the end of the tunnel, which is the vacuous statement about what happens when you finally leave. That's partly true. And for the first time in nearly 7 years, I felt great hope, great optimism, that now there can be not only joy, but that no one can touch or misapply our choices. Our choices are ours. Much is led up to this. We're way ahead of schedule from the perspective of Melchizedek. A nice energy. Pick him up. He's here. It's here. They're all it's, you know. Nothing very exciting. Breathe the energy that's forming in this room now and invite, if you will, so So that's what we're going to do. We're going to anchor for the earth. We have done the cosmic heart, which was so successful. The feminine principle of existence, the feminine energy. And we've touched into the fifth and sixth dimension. And that's a priori. You cannot talk about initiations, particularly the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, or going into the source, without touching into the fifth dimension. It's simply not possible. I was asked recently, we had a Sunday barbecue. I think they barbecued peanuts. I don't know, meat. And this was in Zurich. It was a lovely outing. Students had formed a group for Mahatma. It was really very nice. The sun was shining, and it was the only marble home I'd ever seen. And sat out and ate nice chocolate cakes, Swiss chocolate, you know. That's all I needed. And somebody from Hungary, the Hungarians are coming to life. There's one lady here who I've talked to. Hungarian man said, what initiation have you done? And I thought, oh, here goes again, these initiations. And I said, you know, after millions and millions and millions of years of coming to this planet, to many, many others, I have the very, very good news to be able to convey to all of you that I have finally done my third initiation. He was new to the group. And I'm fascinated with Dr. Stone book out here. It says I've done my sixth. I don't like any of you who are doing initiations that understand what they are. You're simulating points of light. And in the past, particularly when we worked as Essenes, or when we worked in small communities in various parts of the world, particularly in Tibet, we could see the need in the humanistic condition of stages and steps and conformity to be able to say, well, if you band this many particles of light together, we will call that an initiation. And that's what initiations are valid, a little outdated. So I couldn't resist finally somebody asking me what initiation I had done. My initiations have all been done. And I thought Janet McClure made that very, very clear for people with Vaiwamas and Dwal, Helios at one point. Very, very clear what Brian's purpose or mission was on Earth. So I'm very, very pleased to tell you that after all these millions and millions of years, I have finally done my third initiation. My mission was not the same, it was coming in backwards. And the shock, I can remember this man just being, well, I've already done my seventh. I'm sorry, but I've only done my third. Don't get caught up with that kind of ego. You don't need it. You are light. Are you not? You agree you're light. Yeah. And you agree, I'll tell you this, I'll get some information. One time or another you've all done an ascension. Alright? Can you agree on that? Alright, nod your head. And if there were at any time on this planet a chosen few, you are it. And you know that. And you could nod your head on that one. So why limit yourself? There are no boundaries. God source didn't define that these initiations were this, or this. It's simply not the way it is. You will become group this size, and with the power that will be generated in the next few hours. We don't have to talk about mastery, because you've mastered. You compare yourselves, which is what was the intention of the founders of Christianity. You compare yourself to Jesus. And you find every last one of you falls short of being Jesus. I happen to have a memory upon memory of this gentleman, and he's a wonderful man, M-A-N, man. A wonderful man, as many of you are. And all you see is, well, he looks Sai Baba. Yeah, but he can, he fed the kids at school, candy, his ash falls off the window. Do not be confused with magic, dear ones, and I say this as a very cautionary note. As you come in off the craft in the next short time, there'll be many coming in, they will not necessarily be light. And they will show you magic like you've never seen magic, consciously. Do not be hoodwinked as most of mankind will. Doesn't matter whether they look like lizards. After a little while, after they've done some razzle-dazzle, like Copperfield can do it. He doesn't say he's this or that. I don't even know who he is. I just heard the name the other day. Oh, I know what it was. I saw a picture of the model that he's going. And I thought, he's a magician. So I is the I am, and it is with all of you. So that little I that you are all generating and beginning to coexist with all that is, the I am presence. I don't know how long or when we will talk again, but I really must emphasize the importance of your I am connection. All of you were particularly excited about coming to Earth. How many of you, now that you're here, are particularly excited about this assignment? Some of you. Well, you're going to do incredible work, and your children's children will do marvelous work. I'm awaiting with bated breath the children of today and tomorrow. Their lives will be very, very different. The pioneers, many of you are first ray. You work with other rays. You're not assigned to one particular ray. But right now, the cleansing, the clearing, the pioneering is first ray. And this is what all of us, working particularly with the Mahatma Energy, are so cognizant of. So your assignment after I saw the golden curtain was liquid, and it's lovely. Did you see it, Penny? Oh, you dear girl. It was quite lovely. Yeah. And if there ever was a great thank you, that was it. Feel it in the heart and know that you are supported. So we're going to anchor not only the 12 strands, but we're going to anchor the blue. I forgot to tell you about this blue and how the coding works when you're suddenly gone and you may not be conscious of it. You've become very calm. It's the same thing that can be done from space. People becoming very, very calm and they just cooperate. It's a wonderful feeling coming back. It's a little confusing to look at the body that's going. But this was aqua blue for me because that's my spiritual body, the spiritual ascension. Some of you will not see it in those colors, but in time you'll see it. The aqua blue always signifies the microtron. The microtron is spiritual energy, as opposed to anything else that you've talked about, spirits with everything. Have you not on this planet? Spiritual energy is coming in great amounts from the monadic vehicle which carries the 10th ray. And all of you, before your journey is over, will have a profound sense of becoming spiritualizing matter. If you didn't use a Merkabah before, you couldn't possibly raise up and go beyond this planet. I'm told that Earth is not ready for me to do my spiritual ascension at this time. And that's the Saturnian. The Saturnian influence is so powerful that my body would be torn apart. My body is ready now to do the spiritual ascension. And what is the spiritual ascension? What we haven't done on Earth is to take the body with us. None of us need to use it. It's just an example of control. You sure don't. I think I'd be changing this one quite quickly. I get to Nepal, and everything there was is done in steps. I go to Tibet. First of all, I go to the Cayman Islands. It's not a bad assignment, because when I was in Nal, this is where we created that part of the world. It was called Remember these terms? The first civilization, the first continents. And I'll probably do what I've done before, take the Merkabah. And it's always done at steps. We'll first go to Tibet, change bodies for a little while. This one's tired. And then step by step teach there for a while, and then go to Venus, because most of you of this goodly company came through Venus. Do any of you have any recall of Venus? Remember, it's very crystalline. Yes, good. It's very, actually it's quite wonderful. It's not the most wonderful, but it's a vibration that we truly relate to, because all of you have been come in through Venus. Those that have had longer lives on Earth than the normal, say 2,000-3,000 years in the past, come through Venus, because that's where you maintain that charge. And then go back to Venus, and then wherever you're going. You're not confined or limited to space or time, are you? Just here. It'd be lovely to change that. Breathe, please, settle in. Breathe. So we're going to give oxygen to the DNA. I prefer getting further into the DNA tomorrow. We will anchor it on this little planet and for all of creation. And in order to do that, we must do more clearing, please. We did wonderfully yesterday when you were bringing these discs as chakras up and down. It's not be a long meditation, because I think you're going to have coffee after a while. Peter saves no expense. Let me have a look at all of you, please. Please call on my right hand, Metatron. You see it through my body, bring it into your body, and incorporate the Metatron, please, top to bottom and into the earth. Breathe, gentlemen. Breathe this magnificent energy in. Sandalphon into your beautiful planet. Gaia, the earth, needs our help, and she's getting it. Look to your cosmic heart and expand it, gentle ones, please. Look at the four pillars, Michael, Raphael, Oriel, Gabriel, and ignite those pillars. More, please. You can see a resistance in polarities to the right side and the left side. Can you see this now? Some of you resisting Raphael, some of you resisting Oriel. Ignite. Light your wonderful fireplace and be comfortable. Take in a chair, if you will, and sit comfortably beside this fireplace. Light it, yes. It's a golden chair, gentlemen. It is very comfortable. It has quite an electrical charge. Gold is a wonderful conductor. It's a wonderful reflector, maybe the best you have on earth. And feel the charge in this chair as it picks up the vibration of your body. You can assimilate this, and it is real. Or we create our reality now. No one else does. Allow it to magnify, to hasten the vibration. For in the final analysis, it's the vibratory rate that dictates the difference between the spiritual ascension and the etheric body ascension. You might plug Metatron into the right back of this chair, pick up the vibration there, and anchor it with Sandalphon, please. Anchor, see a cable go into the earth, anchoring that energy that Metatron brings in. And you can see the gold become more and more vibrant. This is our own metaphysical electric chair. You can see the wonderful work you did yesterday for your body systems, your 4-body system, your 5-body system, depending on your beliefs. We'll ask for a little help now with the Metatron. Let him know that you cannot go into overwhelm. Know that the angelic host is here with each and every one of you, and those with whom you work are also here. As facilitators, few are teachers. Facilitators, we invite not only aspects of self now, please invite them. You must always invite these entities. All aspects of self, please come in now. Mahatma, please stay where you are in the source and feed to us that which we are as all that is. The great white light comes into the crown. and into the earth, please. That white light carries some aqua blue with it, and develop that channel that you did yesterday. Any resistance you see, remove it now, please. Remove it now, please. A great deal was brought up in the emotional body yesterday. Remove that now, please. The emotional body, gentle one. Clear light from source into your earth now. And always breathe in and breathe out to release those patterns that have confused us in our finite discipline. Watch the angelic host and see how joyous they are, for they truly represent joy. Into earth, into Gaia, and see how she draws on you, for she has been burdened unnecessarily. This is the most beautiful planet in this universe. Except it is very heavy. So we will bring earth into our heart, please. As we sit on the stool, we will bring the earth and we will hold this little planet on our lap. We cannot help ourselves without helping the earth, for we are one and the same. Gaia, hold her in your lap, please. With your left hand, hold the North Pole. With the right hand, hold the South Pole, please, gently. Spin her and see how much light comes in through you, where she starts to glow, for she responds to one or many. She's desperate for assistance. Right into your cosmic heart. Right in, hold her right against yourselves on this chair. Now start to look at where she's distressed. Many of you will have different impressions because your mindset is different than the one beside you. And briefly look at those areas, and then we'll take a tour through Brian of those areas that he would wish to look at. Look at those areas as you turn the globe. You see the North Pole, you see Canada, you see the Hudson Bay, you come down, you see those areas, particularly East Coast, Washington, D.C., that need so much help. As we hold her, she becomes lighter and lighter. I want to spend time in America now. Let us look to Nevada, let us look to Arizona, and to certain arrangements we have with aliens regarding space vehicles. I want to see great light, please. That we and whoever these aliens are, whatever you call them, can coexist for the right reasons, not for power. Open the heart to these energies with what we call the grey government, the secret government. And see only light, gentle ones, please. And see coexistence predicated on love, predicated on love, predicated on light. Our 24 elders that are mentioned in the book of Revelations, invite them now, for they're very present in this room, to assist us, for this is their job, their journey as the seeds for this world, seeding nations for this world. Now let us say to ourselves, we will achieve through our own mindset, through our own heart, through our own beingness, that there is no need to have interference from this council, that there will not be war as a result of this agency we call the Greys. And the shadow government in its arrogance will not overwhelm and distort what could be beneficial for humankind. Your hearts are wonderful, gentle ones. Breathe into them and expand this love. Have it right in through the earth, please. And if you notice, you're looking at the earth now, the crystal kingdom is becoming much, much greater than it once was. The last few weeks, it's nearly doubled in size. That's what many of you are feeling. Allow it, expand it within your heart, look to the center of this globe, and see her expansiveness and the development of the crystals as they grow so very rapidly. And this is so nurturing for all of you, for it picks up the vibration of this little planet. Pick a particular crystal that you like and expand it. The whole earth seems to be of a crystalline structure, not crystallized, crystalline. The vibration of earth hastens rapidly, so that when we in groups or at night wish to help this little planet, she can respond immediately. This is very good what you do now. Your earthwork is excellent. Look to the plant kingdom, please, now. Any area you wish. You may wish to look at the Amazon. And see this in balance and in harmony, gentle ones. The rainforest is not devastated. We look on this planet as lush. Infuse a great deal of light, shaft, the pole. You're holding with your left hand and your right hand this shaft. And let us stabilize that area, please. As you would a wand, if you were playing, if you were a child, you had a magic wand. You infuse this with stability and light. We cannot kid ourselves anymore. We need this planet. We cannot recreate another school such as this Earth. So the Earth will not be destroyed. Good. Breathe, gentle one. Breathe throughout the heart. Release for the Earth all her anxiety, all her mistrust, and breathe in her great ability to nurture, for she has nurtured us all so very, very well. And heal her now with a violet ray, please. Heal her and see her steadfast. Remember Brian's numbers? You take it to the 160th power, so there are literally millions and millions and millions in this realm. Very good. And as a group, we give a few realizations in support of the Earth. We will not turn our back on her. We will continue to be supportive of her implementation, of her free will. And we recognize that she's going through some of the same shifts that we are consciously. She's being bombarded by the microtron. And we welcome her into the spiritual community, for her transformation as a planet will be the most rapid of all. She will not be destroyed. For we have no other school in existence as important as this little planet. No other system has the dualities expressed, not in the same way that Mother Earth has. So she's the foremost school in creation now. Breathe your love through her, gentle one. Your feeling. See her glow. She becomes brighter and brighter and brighter as you hold her. She becomes translucent. She is a living body. She is a loving body. She's cared for us very, very well. Breathe right through her, gentle one. See her firm. There will be no axis shift on November the 4th, 1994. wherever the scars are of humankind, who are nations who cannot find peace within their heart. Look to them now, please. It doesn't matter where you look on this scarred earth. Look to heal the African situation, and this group can be very helpful. Let us invoke water. Let us visualize different circumstances for all of these people. There's nothing more dreadful from our perspective than to see young beings who have not matured being taken at an early time, when the spiritualization of matter is so time-consuming, and knowledge is time-consuming. We do not endorse life is taken for any reason, unless the soul wishes it so. To the Sudan, look to the star, of David, and the crescent of the Muslim world. And unite these two, for they are the same tribes as Abraham. They are the same tribes, gentle heart, and see them united. For we cannot cure this cancer. The earth cannot function. It's the microcosm of the microcosm. That is the importance of the Middle East. See the crescent and the star come together in love and light, please. Most important, most poignant affliction the earth has is this area. See them united. See the dove, see the peace. See the principal faces of the negotiators. Please give great strength to the one you call your president for his efforts here. This is very timely, gentle ones. And you have no idea how much power this room can contribute, much more than all the conversation on earth. See peace, see harmony, see the same tribe aligned. They are the tribes of Abraham, and they should be one. But religions have so distorted everything on this little planet. Power is so corruptive. Great light now in this area. Throughout the Muslim world, Judaic world, the Christian world, please. Breathe it right into your heart, the whole earth. Know she's stable. and know that we can complete our mission on earth. And never underestimate a group this size. Or as we touch the fifth dimension occasionally, the power becomes phenomenal. See the golden heights, please, objectively settled and without huge terrorist horns. Go to Lebanon now, please. Libya. Iraq. And great love, everyone, please. This area is so confused. And in our history, it has been so wondrous. Mesopotamia, Persia. Through this whole region, look at it on the map, it's a very small area, all of it. The crescent and the star. Breathe right through the love divine. Golden white light through this whole area, please. The violet ray permeating everything now to heal, to make whole, and to unite these tribes. The common father, the common mother, and they've been so determined to destroy one another, and therefore the earth. Tribes, we have the same, they're very mixed, these tribes, and that's the confusion when you get into Yugoslavia. It's the same, it's religious differences. They're not of the same seed, they're neither Altian or Hovid or anything else. They're a very mixed race. That anger there is very persuasive. And peace and love for them, gentlemen, please. This is a very, very powerful thing, and it has a profound effect, particularly now with the crystal kingdoms becoming so magnificent. Be a magnificent crystal under these countries and magnify it, please. I like aqua blue for this. So you can get a greater charge into this electrical blue. Good. Good. Magnify it out. Out to see a haze of white. Go to the Balkans, please, and into Russia. Very good. Very effective. I look to the plate, the China plate now for our west coast here. You can follow it from China around the China plate. You'll see a red scar north-south within China. It is very noisy. It does rumble. Like it wishes to bleed. Heal this, please. Run your hand across this gap. It wishes to emit sounds. China is not balanced. She does not know her freedoms yet. Heal her now, please. A very ancient country. Raise the scar, the anger of the earth in that area, please. Raise it into light, gentle one. Reach over and incorporate Japan, the islands, please. Micronesia. Release the crystallization with the Japanese, please. And actually see joy in that wonderful country. Let us invoke the angelic hosts to find the joy in these countries, for there can be. Good. Raise the clouds, please, the crystallization. And in channel the lack of freedom, which is coming to this country slowly. To be divine and free, one must participate in freedom. This is very, very, very powerful for China. See the clouds raise, gentle ones. She is very receptive for assistance. follow that red bulk round to the west coast here through Russia, through the Aleutian chain, down the coast of British Columbia, and down the west coast of the United States, into South America, Central and South America. I want you to do the same thing, to put your hand on this map and to heal this wound. And know, we say unto ourselves that we know this fissure is secure, that it will not erupt unnecessarily, and the earth will not be split asunder into two pieces. Say this as an affirmation, please. The earth will not be split asunder. It will not become two parts. In your heart. Oh yes. See her appreciation, see Gaia, the earth's appreciation, please now. She radiates profound love, light. Oh yes. She is so responsive to the fuel where you represent many. Walking down this coast, see it as secure, gentle ones. Put in stainless steel nails all along this fissure. Look to Obchetka, where we have the 5 megaton bomb, and heal that wound which we so stupidly placed in the illusions. Right on St. Andrew's fault. Heal that, please. In this area, in Washington and British Columbia, see this ground as being secure and breathe that in and make sure that you know that your effects as they relate to the stability of this whole coastal area are valid, legitimate, and very real, as we absorb some of the hurt and dismay that the earth has felt from humankind. If this were your body, this earth, you also would object. See how she responds to you. And the earth you hold on your lap becomes more and more resplendent, it becomes more and more gold, it becomes more and more crystalline in its clarity. Go right down the coast now, make sure it's very, very clear. Some of you are from Northern California, some of you are from Southern California. Make sure it's very clear. Heal the scar. Heal the scar, gentlemen, through Mexico, please. Look to the Andes in South America. I want you to go wherever your personal preference takes you. Everyone has an area that concerns them most. And I want you to be open and bountiful in your love. For this is who you are. Breathe, gentlemen, please, and release all the accumulative effect that you have assisted humankind, Mother Earth, and all of creation with now. Feel so good. Feel for the earth. Breathe in her pleasure. Breathe in her releasing. Become her, please. And there is no doubt that the plant kingdom on planet Earth is the most beautiful of all planets. And wherever we are, we will serve her, for she is and has been an incredible mother. And all the time your heart is expanding, gentle ones. This thymus room, please breathe through it and expand the earth that is so light now throughout eternity, beyond your 4 or 5 body system. Breathe it out as you would this cosmic heart, for that is what we are. The circles reading out and out and out and out as we, as a unit, join with our brothers and sisters throughout eternity. Very good. Yes, please. Breathe out, 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 out. Those circles, breathe out, and spiral, for this is who you are. You're not confined to this planet. The totality of who you are is staggering. Be disbelief to the personality that it is so encompassing. You're doing a remarkable job. Remarkable job, gentle ones. Out, 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 out. There is only expansion, for your God is not static. And know this now, that God is not static perfection. It is always expanding into greater perfection. This dreadful picture we have of God on the throne over the beard is unalterably untrue. Creation expands, it is not static, and neither are you, so expand now throughout eternity, please, with this planet, with ourselves, with this group, with all that is, and all aspects of self. Breathe out. See the angelic hosts, see how joyous they are with this event, because the event is so very, very powerful. You have seen the crystalline structure in the positive sense of this earth as it expands. I want you to see your body expand. There is no sense of limitation now. And that heart, our cosmic heart room, is so expanded now. It vibrates at a much infinitely higher rate than it did when you came in this morning. For vibration is our evolution. Your body vibration per second has at least quadrupled. For those that can see the Gaia, who can see Sanat Kamara now, some of you have a sense of Sanat Kamara. Watch him as he bows to you, gentle ones. And all of your planetary hierarchy, as you refer to them as your hierarchy. You are they. You shouldn't be confused with that. When you're ready, gentle children, please come back into your thymus room, your heart. Leave the earth with you on this chair. As you come back into your consciousness, your physical consciousness. I smell coffee. I smell tea. Thank you very much. That was absolutely incredible what you've done for your earth and for yourselves. Above all, it's a selfish service. You help yourself more than you help anyone else. And the totality of who you are. But what a wonderful selfishness. That selfishness is the right way, is it not? Thank you all very much.
Thank you.